Welcome to the deep dive. Ever feel like your big projects are just drifting a bit, lacking that sharp focus?
It happens all the time.
Well, today we're diving into high-performance project management to cut through some of that confusion.
And we're using some really solid material as our guide lecture notes from Professor Shihmin at National Jinan University in Taiwan.
Right. He's got this great mix of deep theoretical knowledge and, real hands-on industry experience.
Exactly. So our mission here is to pull out those core ideas for you, the actionable insights that can help you turn maybe vague goals into really clear, achievable outcomes.
Because effective project management, as Professor Lowe points out, it isn't just about, ticking boxes.
No, not at all. It's a systematic application. Knowledge, skills, tools, techniques, all focused on meeting the project requirements.
So let's unpack that. Where does Professor Lowe suggest we start?
Well, first, he really emphasizes understanding the basic difference between a project and just, well, daily operations.
Okay. Projects are temporary, unique, goal-oriented, like launching a new website.
Precisely. Defined start and end. Often needs different teams working together. Daily operations, though, that's your routine stuff. Continuous, repetitive, like daily server backups. Predictable outputs.
And why is that distinction so critical? It seems straightforward.
It seems obvious, but getting it wrong is common. It matters because it affects how you allocate resources, how you plan, how you measure success. Treating a project like routine work, or vice versa, is often a recipe for problems.
Right. And getting it right, applying proper project management, what are the benefits there?
Big ones. Better efficiency, using resources smartly, lower costs because you've planned properly, higher quality ensuring standards are met, and ultimately actually achieving the specific goals you set out to hit.
Okay, so it provides structure. And part of that structure is the project lifecycle, right?
Yes, Lowe outlined the 5 key phases. It usually starts with initiation.
Defining the what and why. Objectives, scope, is it even feasible?
Exactly. Then you move into planning. This is crucial. Developing the roadmap, the detailed plan, the schedule, budget, identifying risks. Building the WBS we mentioned earlier fits in here.
Got it. Plan the work.
Then execution.
Yeah.
Work the plan. This is where the team does the work. Communication is key. You're coordinating everything.
And things rarely go exactly to plan, so.
Right. So you have monitoring, tracking progress, managing any changes that inevitably pop up, solving problems as they arise.
And finally,
closing, getting formal acceptance, wrapping up documentation, and importantly, capturing lessons learned for next time.
and Professor Lowe mentions this isn't always a strict linear path. There are different models.
Correct. It's adaptable. You might use a predictive model, like waterfall, if your requirements are really clear and stable.
Like building a bridge, maybe? The goal is pretty fixed.
Perhaps, yes. But if there's high uncertainty or things might change a lot, you'd lean towards an adaptive model, like Agile. Think software development sometimes.
And sometimes a mix.
Absolutely. A hybrid approach often makes sense in complex situations. The point is choosing the framework that fits the project.
Okay, within that life cycle, you mentioned core management areas. Let's touch on those. Scope management.
Super important. It's about making sure you do all the work required, but critically, only the work required. Preventing scope creep.
Ah, yes. Scope creep. The silent project killer.
It can be. And the main tool here is the work breakdown structure, or WBS. It breaks down the big deliverables into smaller, more manageable pieces.
Like chapters in a book or features in a software release.
Exactly. It provides clarity. It's fundamental for managing not just scope, but also helps estimate time, cost, and identify risks at a more granular level.
Makes sense. What about time management? Always a pressure point.
Definitely. This is about finishing on time. Tools like Gantt charts are great for visualizing the schedule.
Seeing who does what, when.
Right. And the critical path method, CPM, is also key. It helps you identify the sequence of tasks that absolutely cannot be delayed without delaying the entire project.
So you know where to focus your attention if things start slipping.
Precisely. Then there's cost management planning, estimating, budgeting, and controlling costs. Quality management, ensuring the output meets the required standards. And resource management.
Which isn't just people, right?
No, it's everything. People, materials, budget, even time itself. Planning and controlling all those resources effectively.
And underpinning clear objectives for all of this. SMART goals.
Yes, the classic SMART framework. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Professor Lowe highlights how focusing on achievable keeps things realistic, and relevant ensures alignment with bigger strategic aims. It brings real clarity.
So looking at the big picture, what does Professor Lowe's material say really drives project success?
It boils down to a few key things: clear goals and scope from the start, effective, detailed planning,
Hmm.
strong team collaboration and communication, getting the right resources, proactive risk management, dealing with issues before they derail things, and strong leadership, of course.
And the flip side, common reasons for failure.
Often the exact opposites: unclear objectives, that uncontrolled scope creep we talked about, not enough resources, time, money, people, poor communication, ignoring risks. These systematic frameworks directly tackle these common pitfalls.
So to sort of wrap this up, this dive into Professor Lowe's work really underscores that project success isn't accidental. It's about a structured, systematic approach.
Absolutely. Understanding projects are unique. Navigating that life cycle initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, closing, and mastering those core areas like scope, time, cost, quality, resources.
Using practical tools like the WBS and SMART roles, not just as theory, but as real instruments to drive performance.
Right. They are tools for achieving high execution performance.
Which leaves us with a question for you, the listener.
How can you take these kinds of systematic frameworks, even the ones designed for really complex projects, and apply them to bring that clarity, that efficiency, that sense of purpose to your next important initiative, whatever its size?
Professor Lowe's insights certainly provide a powerful roadmap to consider. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive.